Hello, welcome back to Bit Bap Unboxing. Today we got something very special and I cannot wait to share it with you. It's one of the most endearing things to my heart. It's Miku. It's Miku herself, Hatsune Miku herself. Yeah, that's right, it's you. Except it's the better version of you, and it's going to be in bunny form. So without further ado, let's get into it. Miku, could you please help me here? So, without further ado, let's finally open into this box. I can't wait to get inside. Now, where's my knife? Where's my knife? Oh, it's just you, old Miku. Awesome. You have my knife, thank you. Here, I'll just grab that from you. Grab this from, give me this. Thank you, Miku 2. All right, let's get into the box. So we're going to get this right out of the box, and the first thing I'm going to notice right away is the big seams on the back of the stockings. They're huge, so this is going to cause me some problems here. Not only does it kind of look bad, but it's just not the best quality when they do stuff like this, but it does tend to happen. Yep, here you can see it along the leg. It's just kind of off kilter, not exactly super straight. Here you have the plastic boot. I mean, it's there to help stabilize the figure and make it more sturdy, but I think it's a bit of an eyesore. Here you have some very rigid ribbons here in the back, and it says Hatsune Miku on it. Those are pretty cool. Shoes are nice as well. And the character just feels overall pretty good in the hand. Now this figure is about 12 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. It's about a little less than a pound, not too heavy. It's a prize figure, so what do you expect? You know, first of all, the design of it's pretty fantastic. I love the colors, I like the choice, I like the streetwear tech design they're going for. I like the finer details in the bodice, and I really like the yellow gloves and the shoes. The shoes are really cool. The pose is really sassy and cool. The hair I could have done with longer, more iconic twin tails, but it's not bad. Has a big poofy bunny tail in the back with long, hard plastic ribbons. And they read Hatsune Miku, of course, on there. The stockings, if you noticed, have these huge, long, huge thick seams on the back, and they are just highly noticeable. It's just honestly kind of distracting. So if you're gonna get this figure, make sure it's viewed from the front like this, so you can see that it's going to be like properly presented. If you look here, you can see how the head seam is melted onto the neck. See that there? And it just looks odd from behind. This is not a figure you want to be looking at from behind. This is like a front-facing only figure. I do like some of the finer details, like on the bodice. You see here, there's some blue parts, and they look textured, like they're designed for to be air holes, some speed holes for the character. The stitching on the side is fine, and the tie, of course, is cool, matches the colors, the shoes, everything. And the face sculpt is not too bad, considering it's a prize figure, so not too great, not too bad. Now, as for the quality of the materials used, it's they are pretty varied. Like the skin texture is a lot different than the bodice texture, of course. The tights are going to be different than the gloves. They all have their own unique kind of feel. The hair is about the same texture as the skin, so there's that. The ears are more harder plastic, closer to the bodice, so some considerable thought was put into the feel of how the design is going to be. And I gotta say, prize figures do a very good job of this, of conveying texture to a figure. Like you see some of the other ones with like detailed sweaters or knit, you can really feel it in the figure. As far as availability goes for this kind of figure, right now it's kind of hard to find. I think they had a production run planned earlier this year, because this figure came out way early. Like it was announced like a long time ago. If you can get them, they're limited, so get them while you can. Hopefully they make more of them, or more of the production comes through, so it's less of a hassle to find them. So I think it's a pretty good figure considering the price point. Now, as for the feel or vibe of the figure, I gotta say I do really like the sassiness of it, the confidence of her. You don't really see Miku have that kind of personality trait. It's usually more like it's kind of a professional idol kind of trait. So it's kind of nice to see that this more confident, like cool expression that she has. I would recommend it, especially if you're a Miku fan, like if you're a Hatsune Miku fan or you're a collector. I mean, this is a no-brainer. You're buying this like as soon as you can get a hold of it. I think it's worth getting. However, the minor construction gripes of the back side of the figure, I mean, the seams, the way the fishnets are like put together, like they're not even straight, they're kind of off to the side here. I would not be able to give it a high score because of that, and it just kind of feels a little flat, but as far as prize figures go, it's a little bit better. So for my final score, I'd probably give this one like a 7 out of 10. It's closer to 6.5, but I'll give it a 7, only because it's Miku and I love her. Well, that's all for this episode of Bit Bap Unboxing. Right, Miku?